Hi Fam Bam, welcome back. This is Simplified Saturday, and today I'm going to talk to you about 10 ways that I'm not a minimalist. So I want to clarify before I go into this that when I mean I'm not a minimalist, it doesn't mean that I'm doing these things because they don't add value to me. In the philosophical terms of minimalism, anything could be minimalist as long as you have consciously decided that it has added value to you. But what I mean by not minimalist is externally, visually, and kind of more like amount-wise. This is so not minimalist. So the first thing on my list is my work products, my equipment, the props that I have to use. You guys know that I do a lot of commercial work. It's something that I try to stay very grateful of despite what its external visual, like what it looks like externally, because I struggle a lot with that. A lot of you guys have asked how I deal with this if you work from home. And the biggest thing that has helped me is keeping my work stuff separate from my personal stuff. So having an office with this storage closet that keeps all that stuff away from my stuff is super helpful, but it is kind of chaotic moving from my simple house into this big room where everything has just piles and piles of clutter everywhere. The second place that I'm not a minimalist is in digital content, both created and purchased or received. So as a visual person who loves creating photos and videos, I create so much stuff. In a way, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I complain about my kids creating so much artwork that it's hard to keep up with, but I kind of do the same thing too. You just don't see it scattered everywhere because they're stored on all these hard drives, crazy amount of space, and I do try to like delete and clear them out and keep them decluttered, but I just create so much more than I can keep up with. And the other digital content that I have a lot of is my books, because I read a lot and I love books and I love rereading books. So I do have a Kindle and I do have Kindle app on my iPhone, and I do have some physical books, but I have tons and tons. Like I have a massive library. You guys might have seen this particular thing that I hoard. Like I'm not even gonna say I keep up, I was gonna say I keep a lot of, but I actually hoard this in my kitchen tour or kitchen decluttering video, I think. I'll stick those links below if you're looking for them, but I hoard reusable glasses and containers. I don't know why, other than I feel like they're reusable and we're going to recycle them, so we might as well not waste. And obviously, I'm very excited that we did this with the kombucha bottles, because now we homebrew our kombucha, and I have to tell you, this recipe is a bomb. Like, I've never tasted, I'm not boasting because I didn't make it. I say we. It's actually my husband. He does it all. If you were to ask me how to do it, I have no idea. Like, I don't even know where to begin. So it's all my husband, but his kombucha, especially the watermelon, is so amazing. Like, is better than any kombucha I've ever tasted. And I know some of you guys have asked for the recipe. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments below, because if I have enough of you guys requesting it, maybe I can get him to disclose his little secret and we could do a video on that. The next thing that I hoard, I guess I wouldn't say hoard as bad as the bottles, but we do have lots of these, are towels, and that's because we don't use paper towels and we don't really use toilet paper. I need to update you guys on our toilet paper system, because when we first did this, we were only like a month into the no toilet paper system, so we were trying like a bunch of things, and I was basically just sharing them all with you, but we finally have like a system that works and I love it. So I'm going to share that with you, but you guys know that I do keep some toilet paper for my guests, and I like using it at night because I've just thrown too many towels in the toilet at night, and that's just not fun to have to fish out in the middle of the night. But because we don't use paper napkins, paper towels, cleaning towels, and also the toilet towels, then we have a ton of towels, which is doesn't look minimalist. Like if you look at our towel closet, there's a lot of towels. The next non-minimalist thing that I do is I have a consumables stash. Not only do I pre-buy foods for like a month or two out in advance, I also pre-buy our consumables like our toothpaste, our toothbrushes. Any of the things in this closet is so loaded, and there's even things that I don't use on a regular basis or have had to use. I will never be without Tylenol or anything like that, because there was a time where Ella V hit 107-degree fever. We were out on the farm like in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't have Tylenol or anything, and it was the scariest thing. We have hurricanes here, which often put the stores out like really quickly, so I would just rather be prepared and overstock on these items. And it feels really nice because anytime we run out of it throughout the house, I just come here and I refill on it, and I have it right here in the house. Aside from this extra consumables closet, what do you call this, overstock closet, I actually have an emergency kit. So that's gonna roll over into number 6. I store extra clothes like winter clothes, things that I think I might need. I got extra water, extra food, and stuff that we might need if there's a hurricane and we can't get out. I've got tons of gas cans that we can fill up should an emergency take place. And this was really because I learned from Hurricane Irma how quickly things could go out of stock and how quickly it could be difficult to leave the state. And we were really lucky to get out as early as we did, but when we were leaving, I had filled up for gas like at 5 a.m. to kind of beat the morning traffic. And when we left later that morning, all the gas stations were already empty all the way up to like Georgia. And I thought, thank goodness that our tank was full, because I didn't have extra gas cans. So I bought extra gas cans and a bunch of other stuff that I thought would be helpful should that situation occur. You know, we've got crank lights and solar panels, etc. So just in case we can't get out or something else happens, then we are prepared. Number 7 on my list is high quality, expensive items. When we buy things that we really use and we really like or we really need, we don't hold back. Like we don't try to, I mean, obviously, like I'm not gonna put like diamond crusted embellishments like around my computer. And if you do that, that's fine if that's your thing. But like, I don't mean like we don't hold back like that, but I mean like, if we need it, we use it and we want it, like we're not gonna deprive ourselves of that. And the biggest thing that I can think of, aside from like my equipment for work, is our bicycles. Because if you look back at some of our old vlogs, which I believe I unlisted, but there's a secret place you can find them. Back in Utah, when I was pregnant with my second baby, we didn't have a car, we had bicycles. And a lot of people kept asking us if we were poor, if we needed help, because we didn't have furniture and we didn't have a car. But what was funny was at that time, our whole bicycle system costed us like $7,000 almost. And that was more than any car we'd ever paid for up till that point. But we got it for ourselves because it was kind of like Brett's dream. And we just wanted to make it really good and really nice. So we still have those bikes today. We still use them today. And they have served us really well. So we don't hold back on stuff like that. The next thing is we don't hold back on fun. Like we think life should be about fun. Of course, there are responsibilities and things that need to be taken care of in order to cultivate and give opportunities for that fun. For us, fun is a huge part of incorporating into the balance of life. It's not just all work and responsibilities and like getting stuff done. Like it's irresponsible in our minds if we're not equally balancing that with having fun together and for ourselves. The next thing that I hoard is knowledge. So knowledge is huge because I love knowledge. I want to know anything and everything. If you ever want me to shut up in a situation because I'm sharing so much knowledge, then share knowledge with me that I don't know about, that I could learn or is like new, and I am gonna be fascinated with everything you have to say. And that is why I like books, and that's why I love sharing knowledge, and that's why I love pulling from other people's knowledge and just having these aha moments. For myself, I absolutely love knowledge. I don't think you can have enough of it. And last thing on my list that I don't think you can have enough of is opportunities to give and opportunities to love. I don't think you can love or show love or do things with the intent of love too much. So I do think that it's important to be real and honest with yourself, that what you're doing is to love, not in your way, but in whatever the situation is. Like if somebody needs love, to ask how you can give them love in the way in which they receive love, I think is the ultimate, most unconditional loving thing to do. And I think that there's never too much of that. You can be a maximalist when it comes to giving and loving other people. So this is 10 ways that I'm not a minimalist. Sorry if you hear that sound, they're doing yard work outside. But this is 10 ways that I'm not a minimalist. If there are ways that you are not a minimalist, I'd love to know in the comments below. Make sure you let me know you like this video by hitting thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe for more ways to simplify your internal and external spaces in order to level up your reality and create a life worth living. As always, I love you guys. Remember to be good, be great, be grateful. I'm grateful for you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.